What's up, Vikings? This is Kaiser the Sneak, and by now I'm pretty sure you've heard that School of Dragons is closing. And if you haven't heard, well, I'll let you know now. School of Dragons is officially and completely closing on June 30th, never to come up officially again. I am aware of a few small projects to create an offline version, even a VR version, but those haven't gotten anywhere far enough that it's worth downloading or even really looking into at this point. So I'm just absolutely devastated. I'm very sad about it. I've been playing School of Dragons for a very long time, and I am very, very sad to see this. However, there is a lot of confusion over why School of Dragons is closing and why it's closing so suddenly, and so I thought I would clarify it. I've seen a few other YouTubers and just people in general forums and chats giving the wrong answers for why School of Dragons is closing, so I just wanted to clarify it. And I'll post some screenshots from the School of Dragons Discord where some of the game devs actually posted some interesting things to look here. So the most popular opinion here at the moment was that School of Dragons wasn't profitable enough, and so they're closing it down. But there are a number of things that are wrong with this idea. First of all, School of Dragons player count really hasn't dropped from last year. So that really wouldn't make much sense why they'd keep on it going now, but they wouldn't have kept it going back then. Second of all, School of Dragons is by far Jumpstart's biggest game, so that's also, it wouldn't make sense to get rid of School of Dragons when it's literally making the most money of all of Jumpstart's games. And frankly, they've been developing so many constant updates and events and new updates to the game that it just really wouldn't make sense. You would think that if the game was not making money, they just slowly stop making updates, and the game would just kind of die out that way. That's typically how a normal game goes out, like that. But that's not true at all. In fact, it looks like they actually had plans and were mostly done with creating a new forums and a new sort of like tiered spender program going on. The second idea that people had was that their IP with DreamWorks ran out, and I mean that's a decent idea, right? If they aren't allowed by DreamWorks, or they weren't able to renew, or they didn't have enough money to renew, something like that, then of course the game would have to close suddenly for the obvious legal reasons. But of course, once again, like, you know, School of Dragons has had an IP with DreamWorks for a really long time. It really wouldn't make sense that just this year suddenly go away. I mean, there is that new live-action School of Dragons movie, but really, I wouldn't really think that's much at play. And of course, the main reason for this not being an issue is that Sunny Sage himself, who's one of the head developers for School of Dragons, posted that it has nothing to do with DreamWorks. So in that case, it can't be anything to do with that. Right now, the leading reason that we believe School of Dragons is actually going out is because of a lawsuit that is going on right now with Jumpstart Games and their owner in China or something like that. It's still a little fuzzy on exactly what is causing this. But it's certainly due to some of this legal reasons with this lawsuit, and there's a few other Jumpstart games that are also closing as well. So I think just Jumpstart in general is on some rough times for sure. So last of all, I really wanted to briefly mention that there is a petition to save School of Dragons, and as much as I am totally for this petition, it won't do anything. Like, if they legally cannot have the game, no matter how many signatures there are, they just can't have the game up. So although this is super cool, it won't do any good signing this because it has nothing to do with the choice of Jumpstart or DreamWorks or the developers or any of that. Maybe someday, when the world becomes a better place, School of Dragons might just come back for us. Party on.
Yes, the world believes the dragons are gone, if they ever existed at all. But we Burkians, we know otherwise. And we'll guard the secret until the time comes when dragons can return in peace.